Live from Fox 39. Eyewitness News in the Morning starts now.
Rockford City Council met to discuss marijuana, the plans they have for those looking to get into the business. And citizens now know when they can voice their opinions about the potential casino, the time and location where you can weigh in on the plans. Plus, a new group is raising money to solve a serious problem, the golf outing they hosted and the new Rockford Center they plan on putting the funds towards. Good morning, it's currently 7 o'clock. I'm Brett Brooks.
Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Joey Marino. Hopefully you're having a smooth start to your Tuesday morning.
I am because I'm with you.
And I am because I'm with you. And we did have some thunderstorms, but now it's all quiet out there.
It's quiet, but it's going to be hot and sticky.
Yeah, it's temperatures that Brett and I both like, but you know what? The humidity is going to be the factor that tosses the forecast out the window.
You don't say my last name, Brett Brooks.
Yeah, that's why I get it. That's why I get it confused sometimes. Double B, B squared.
So just how hot is it going to get today,
We're going to get a little steamy out there this afternoon and actually tomorrow and also Thursday. Let's take a look at current conditions out there. This morning, mostly cloudy skies for right now and quiet as you head out the door, but the humidity, definitely going to feel it as you take your first step out the door. Dew points are in the upper 60s, low 70s across the region, and with temperatures in the same range, definitely feels humid out there this morning. 71 degrees right now in Rockford with a light breeze out of the southeast at 9 miles per hour and dew points in the upper 60s. Here's a look at dew points. The only word I have for these numbers are yuck, because it is yucky out there as you head out the door. 72 already in Savannah, 69 in Rockford, and 67 in Monroe. Those were the dew points, so they're pretty high, and that's how they're going to stay for most of our day today. Thunderstorms did come through earlier this morning, now pushing off towards the northeast, leaving us with a few scattered showers. We'll continue to keep a shower or two in the forecast for the rest of the day, but otherwise humid and breezy for the afternoon, keeping our weather risk on the moderate side. Now taking a look at the next couple of days, we're going to feature highs in the mid to upper 80s plus humid conditions, but once we get into the Thursday, Friday time frame, cold front's going to cool us down and make us feel nice and comfortable with temperatures in the 70s. Now let's take a look at our first warn. Interactive radar sponsored by Paper Recovery Service. Another look at the thunderstorms from this morning. Like I said, humid conditions will stick around for most of the rest of our week. I'll have more on that coming up in the first warn weather forecast.
So it's going to be breezy, but the wind will be hot.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be a warm breeze this afternoon, and that's what's going to cause, the muggy conditions with those dew points rising. So make sure you have multiple ways to have some water out there if you have any outdoor activities.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Joey.
You're welcome.
In just a few months, the sale and use of recreational pot becomes legal in Illinois. Before January 1st, local governments have many decisions to make. Reporter Karina Prada was at City Hall last night, where two committees addressed different aspects of the future of legalization.
Rockford City Council discusses marijuana. Starting January 1st, the possession and sale of recreational cannabis will be legal in Illinois. Municipalities across the state are hoping to cash in, including Rockford.
Additional revenue helps the city to do a better job of maintaining roads and providing police and fire services and all the basic services that we offer.
Monday, the Finance and Personnel Committee voted to pass a 3% retail tax on sales. Rockford Alderman John Beck says it could be a great help with future budgets.
It's a new source, so we're not increasing taxes on anybody, which is great. We're taking a product that was being sold illegally and not being taxed at all, and now it's going to be sold legally, and that allows us to tax it.
Alderman also considered potential cannabis-related business locations.
These dispensaries will be retail locations where they're, selling the marijuana, and the grower aspect of it would most likely be within the 5,000 square foot building, so that would most likely be within the light industrial areas.
Indoor production by dispensaries was also recommended by the zoning officer, but only if it isn't the main focus of the business.
Growing, cultivating, and infusion of cannabis plants indoors would be similar to this type of use, as it is similar to a greenhouse or an indoor grow center.
Rockford has 2 medical dispensaries eligible to apply for a recreational license. In the upcoming first wave, the state will permit 75 more locations across Illinois.
In the first wave, Rockford gets 2. After that, in 2021, an additional up to 110 licenses can be issued.
That was Karina Parada reporting. The 3% cannabis tax is headed to the full council for a vote next Monday. And a man is beaten and robbed at gunpoint. Now Rockford police are looking for the men responsible. This happened near the intersection of Soper Avenue and Mulberry Street. Officers say a man and woman were outside their home around 11:30 Monday morning when 2 men approached them. One of them had a gun. The suspects hit the man and took his wallet. He was not seriously hurt. The men chased the woman and then ran away. If you have any information, call Rockford Police or Crime Stoppers. And a Rock County woman is killed and a 5-year-old boy hospitalized in an afternoon crash. It happened in Magnolia, north of Highway 11. Police say around 4 on Monday, a woman ran a stop sign and was hit by a dump truck. She and a 5-year-old boy were both ejected from the car. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene. The boy had critical injuries. A 2-month-old girl was also in the car. Both she and a dump truck driver were not hurt. In an update to a story we first reported to you last week, the Winnebago County coroner identifies the 2 people killed in a crash late Thursday night. They are 36-year-old Terrio Henry and 50-year-old Todd Bamberger, both from Rockford. Thursday night, Winnebago County Sheriff deputies tried to pull over an SUV on Central Avenue, but it sped off. Police found the vehicle a short time later, but then it took off again. This time, deputies chased it. The SUV collided with another vehicle at the intersection of Auburn and Springfield. Investigators have not yet identified which man was in either vehicle. The Illinois State Police Integrity Task Force is now investigating this incident. And we now know when the public will get the chance to weigh in on a potential casino coming to Rockford. A hearing is scheduled in 2 weeks, on Monday, September 23rd, at the Coronado Performing Arts Center. The Illinois Gaming Act requires this hearing. All 3 casino applicants will give a formal presentation outlining their plans. Those groups, the city, and consultants will then answer questions. City Council is expected to receive a recommendation by the end of the month before sending its choices to the State Gaming Board. And in consumer news, a major pharmaceutical company could file for bankruptcy. Purdue Pharma offered to pay between $10 and $12 billion to settle thousands of lawsuits. Plaintiffs accused Purdue of pushing the painkiller OxyContin. The company's settlement talks with state attorney generals broke down. Experts now believe Purdue will file for bankruptcy protection. If they do, it means everyone suing the firm will now have to battle in court for the company's remaining assets. Last month, Johnson & Johnson and Janssen were found guilty of stoking the opioid crisis in Oklahoma and will have to pay $572 million. A major retail and tech company is looking to hire 30,000 new employees. Amazon will recruit help in 6 major U.S. cities this month. Amazon's Career Day is scheduled for September 17th in Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Nashville, Seattle, and Arlington, Virginia. The company needs full-time, part-time, and seasonal employees. Amazon says all jobs pay at least $15 an hour and have competitive benefits. And the man who oversaw the restoration of the Coronado Performing Arts Center has died. Architect Pete Van Dyke died in his Cleveland home over the weekend. He was born in Indonesia and lived around the world with his family before he landed in the U.S. in 1945. He studied architecture at the University of Oregon and was known for his historic theater renovations. In '97, he came to Rockford to take on the Coronado. In a statement from the Friends of Coronado, Executive Director Beth Howard said in part, quote, "Pete was truly an artist. The Coronado was so very fortunate to have this amazing person help us save the Coronado." Van Dyke was 90. A new group spends its inaugural event raising money to solve a serious problem in Rockford. 100 Men Who Give a Damn hosted a golf outing at the Manatee Country Club. The group was created to support Rockford's planned Family Peace Center. Organizers say the turnout for this event from such a wide range of people shows how much they truly care about solving this area's domestic violence issue.
It's not just a woman's issue, it's a community issue first and foremost. And we've actually gotten a lot of support from corporate sponsors, business leaders, political elected officials, and that really shows the depth of care in our community for this issue.
The outing raised $25,000. Their goal is to raise around $40,000 a year through different events.